Hi there, it's time to pot up some baby seedling tomatoes. Let me show you what So I am doing more experimenting this year than I did even last year because I'm trying to grow enough stuff to fill up my new bigger vegetable garden. So I bought a few 128 trays, which just means there's 128 cells, which means they're pretty small, but they are fairly deep. And so I tried to put just 1 or 2 seeds per cell, and I'm trying a whole bunch of different varieties of tomatoes this year because I want to figure out what works well for me, what works well for my area. And I definitely wanted to be able to have some small, like snack size, like the cherry or grape size style tomatoes. Plus I wanted some slicing tomatoes. Plus I want tomatoes that I can use to make sauce and preserve. So anyways, decided I needed to try a whole bunch of different kinds. But because these are kind of small things, so I originally started them in a tray like this so I could get a whole bunch started. So I only have one tray that is mostly tomatoes and a few other things like some broccoli. And I can't remember, there's 1 or 2 other things down here. So, but because there's not much room, I'm going to pot them up into 3-inch pots. I'm hoping this might be big enough to take them through till it's time to plant them. But if not, I have some 4-inch pots that I could pot them up one more time if necessary. The reason I'm not putting them in 4-inch pots right now is because, again, space. I've started a lot of seeds this year inside, and I can fit, I think, 18 of the 3-inch pots in here, and quite a few less of the 12-inch or the 4-inch pots. So anyways, one of the things about tomatoes that the reason I wanted to make a video is to share with you is I wanted to show you that tomatoes get these little like hairs on their stem, and those are actually, I'm not sure what they're called. I'm sure other people have videos that show that, and I'm squeezing the bottom of this cell right now to try to loosen this up so I can pop this out. But what I'm doing as I'm potting these up, you can see the roots went all the way down in that cell, and it hasn't completely become, full in that cell, but there's not a ton of room in here, and they're either, like right now, they're kind of wet, so they're either kind of dry or they're kind of too wet. So I just want to get them into something bigger. Plus, this is potting mix. It has a lot more stuff in it for like nutrition, and I've added a couple handfuls of a starter fertilizer that's very mild and organic. The seed starting mix doesn't really have any nutrients, and so I've been supplementing with some liquid fertilizer in the water, but I would like it to also have something that it can be taking up all the time, nutrient wise. So I'm putting them in here, and what I'm doing is I'm just filling this up, kind of shaking it down to make sure there's no big air pockets. Then I'm just making a big hole with my finger most of the way down, because you can see they're about the same depth. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in here, and I'm going to actually scoosh it down on purpose so that I can bury part of this stem, because those little hairs that I showed you actually will become roots. And tomato plants get big, especially indeterminate kind, the ones that keep producing. Once they start producing, they don't stop. They're kind of a cut come again type kind of thing. So I want to get these as deep in these pots as I can so that those little hairs down there can start working on becoming roots, to help give the plant more stability, more sturdiness. So I'm burying them pretty deep. And then when I plant them outside, so this will grow, when I plant them outside, I'll snip off some of the bottom leaves and plant them up again on the stem to really give them lots and lots of opportunities to grow some roots. So just wanted to share that, and just a quick video about potting up tomatoes. I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for joining me here today in Aunt Susan's garden.